Welcome back to my channel, This Fairy Tale Life. Today you're going to be cooking with me. I'm going to be making roasted vegetables and grilled chicken in bulk, so just to simplify my life. I want to have an easy and healthy meal just to grab out of the freezer. Usually this can be kind of a time-consuming prepping process, so I found a few little tips and tricks to help make it a little easier and just be able to whip this together. So one tip, I love the Great Value because it's super cheap at Walmart. I feel the quality's pretty good too. Butternut squash. I feel like this is a really hard vegetable to prep. It's like super hard squash, hard to cut into and cube it up. So I found these frozen ones and this like really makes my day because this is like the vegetable that I dread dealing with, but I love to eat on a roasted platter. I also got sweet potatoes, the same thing. They're cubed already by Great Value. Again, just eliminating most of the work here, and then I'm just gonna toss it up with the rest that I prepped. I got tons of carrots, so 2 bags of whole carrots that I'm just gonna peel and chop up. I could not find beets, so that's kind of shocking, but I couldn't find beets, so I thought sometimes I grab these canned beets, since beets are like kind of high maintenance vegetable to deal with. So I drain out the juice and I just soak these in soy sauce and apple cider vinegar for a few hours and salt too, and it usually makes them really flavorful. So I plan to just prep that and marinate that on the side and then add that to my vegetables when I serve them. I'm going to be roasting cauliflower. And also I got a big bag of russet potatoes. I'm gonna chop these up, peel them and chop those up. Toss them in here with some avocado oil, salt, pepper. I love to add soy sauce to things. Usually if I add the soy sauce, I add less salt because it's already pretty salty. And I like a dash of curry powder. Just add a few teaspoons of curry powder. And then I like to roast on parchment paper. So I'm gonna be doing that on a baking sheet. I'm probably gonna need about 4 baking sheets because I'm gonna be roasting a lot of vegetables, again, so I can freeze them for later. And then these chicken tenders, I feel like are really good value, Great Value brand again from Walmart. I'm gonna be boiling for 30 minutes, 2 bags of these in this big pot. Once it's all boiled and cooked through, I'm gonna chop it all up and then just give it a good toss with some coconut oil and saute it until it's like a nice golden color. And that's how I'm gonna deal with the chicken. So the chicken I'm gonna do separately. The vegetables I'll be cooking at 425 degrees for 30 minutes or more until they are soft and golden. So let's get started. The thing I'm most excited about is the fact that I am not gonna have to make dinner for several nights, and it's super healthy. Don't forget that when you're peeling your potatoes to pop them into a bowl of water so they don't turn brown. And honestly, if you scrub the skins, you don't necessarily have to even peel these, but I like to peel mine. This is a good size for the potatoes. Here's a pro mama tip for you. When you go on vacation, always have one frozen meal ready for you when you get home in your freezer. When you get home after traveling all day, driving, who knows what you've been doing, flying, the last thing you want to do is come home to absolutely nothing to serve your family and then have to either order expensive food or go to the grocery store when you're exhausted. So always have one meal that you can prepare in the freezer waiting for you when you get home. So this is working out perfectly with my timing of our 5-day little family trip we're going on. So I will have tons of food in the freezer, this exact meal, many times over, in the freezer. This is how the chicken's kind of turning out. It just boils for a while. I can put a little salt in there. It'll be ready in about 20 minutes, maybe even sooner. So definitely check it along the way. You don't want to overcook your chicken. So now I'm going to just chop up the chicken, the boiled chicken. So I'm just going to saute the chicken here in this pan with some coconut oil and a little bit of salt, and then it'll be ready. So I'm just sauteing this until it's nice and golden, but it's pretty much already cooked. So I just want it to look like this, and then I'll pull it off of here. There it is. It's starting to look pretty good. Almost done. These are great containers from the dollar store, and they come in packs of like 10 to 15, something like that, with these lids. And this is what I plan on using to freeze all of this food. So here are the canned beets that I was talking about. And of course, this is kind of like worst case scenario if you don't have access to real beets. But again, it really makes the prep time a lot easier for the roasted vegetables. It's a lot cleaner. I kind of prefer this. I usually just kind of douse it with apple cider vinegar. And again, I'm really into just kind of winging it, and I just pour it in there like a cup of vinegar, and then I add soy sauce. Just kind of wing it till it's like kind of turning brown. Cover the beets, and then I salt it. Himalayan sea salt. Stir it up, and I'm gonna let that marinate for like an hour or two in the fridge, and that'll have a nice flavor. And I will just scoop this and put it next to the roasted vegetables. So here it is, all prepped. Ideally, I like to have things a little more flat, but I really was running out of baking sheets and space. So I might just have to cook it like a little bit longer and toss them maybe halfway through. So now I'm just going to go ahead and roast them. Thanks for cooking with me, guys. I hope that my tips and tricks were helpful for you and that you enjoy cooking in bulk and making this meal with your family. I hope that it gives each mama a little break, and dad too. See you next time.